98 days, 90 days of coming on the live streams, and I learned something. When I was scrolling through the social media, particularly in the YouTube, suddenly I came across to one of the channels where he was documenting his drop shipping journeys, because he started same like the way I was documenting every single day coming on the live streams and giving the updates of what are the things that I am doing in my life. Same like that, another YouTuber, his name was Kea Migala. And Kea Migala, he was documenting his drop shipping journey. You can just check it out. And when I saw that, I got completely inspired that this guy, even though the moment in which some of the advertisements that didn't work out, he immediately highlighting those stuffs into his channels. And guess what? When I visited to his channel, I saw he need only one subscriber to become 600. Then I decided, you know what, just F it, let's let's make it 600 and comment something to his video to inspire him, dude. Because one time I was in the same same shoes like him, because every single day the way I'm making the video, but in his cases he record his video and then he do some editings or maybe not, and eventually upload it to his channel. But for me, it's completely unfiltered. Whatever things that I came on my mind, the things that I do my own research, immediately just come on the live stream and bam, just say it. So today is when I was thinking about my goals. At that time, I came close to so many ideas, because again, as a human, you will gonna come across to many different kind of business ideas, techniques, and many method of earning monies, but not all of them will gonna work out. And past few days, when I was scrolling in social media, there is one of the Instagram, which means he's an entrepreneur as well as a public speaker. He said something that resonate a lot in my mind. The first thing he said, just focus on one business, whichever one that you are trying to do. Whether if it is a tech business, give as much effort as possible. Whether it is a franchisee business, for example, buying the Domino's franchisee and then eventually operating it using your own managements and people, in that case is try to focus on that one for long period of times, and eventually you're gonna see the output. But remember, he said one thing in business, the first thing is try to just focus on one thing, and after you focus on one thing, then of course the first thing was focus on one thing, and secondly he said just measure of success. The measure of success, like where you want to go maybe 5 to 10 years from now, and then what do you want the outcome to be. And after I heard those important stuff, again, it could be kind of motivational as well as inspirational, entrepreneurship kind of live stream. But still, I want you to give your some feedback or say something, whether if it is right or wrong, into the live streams. And even today's live streams is look like quite different. You know why? Because there's one of the YouTuber. He's a lawyer. His name was Mike Ruffy, personal injury lawyer, and he made this kind of video a lot. He just put the camera front of the tables, and then eventually he has a good lighting as well as editings, and bam, and his video is super duper awesome. I love it so much. You can just look it up in the internet. His name is like Mike Rafi, personal injury lawyer, and that's, I love so much that I decided, you know what, from upcoming videos as well as live streams, whichever things I'm gonna do, I will gonna use this method. Because again, if I remove my glasses, I can't able to see any comment, nothing. So that is the reason I was just wearing my glasses when speaking. So as the title suggests of my live streams, what are we going to discuss about 5 to 10 years goals? And you might be observing when I am speaking right now is I'm pausing sometimes to take the breath on my nose and t- taking out the breath so I can able to speak clearly and to have more control over to my speech. So the first thing is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, as many of you know very well, that I even discuss many of the times that I study in some of the subjects related to cybersecurity, as well as I do have some mentor and other companions who is also studying as well as working with me in relating to the cybersecurity. And that is the main goals is to understand that field so good at it and then eventually just try to have a business. For example, you know Togi. Togi, again, the reasons I constantly remember this guy, his name, you can just look it up in the social media, particularly in YouTube. He is so famous at doing gamblings as well as sometimes whatever shit that comes in his mind, like doing become a salesman, where he bought I believe how many, oh, he bought like five or 20 of those fan, and he want to become a salesman where he was gonna go to every single door and pitch his product to see whether people will gonna buy it or not. So same like that, I just noted down all of my goals. Then eventually I will just analyze which one is having more measure of success and what I want the long term outcomes. So the first one was the cybersecurity, and why it need to get focused is because, bro, first of all, I graduated from a college or university, whatever things you want to say, and that particular subject that I graduated from, it is a part of the cybersecurity, and that is the reasons I already have some of the knowledge of it. And top of that, I do have a mentor who is constantly guiding me at every single stage of my career as well as in my study field. And you know what is more crazy? We have some of the opportunity where you can able to gain certifications. Those can be completely free. If you are a New York City resident, that's completely free from the Coursera, where you have to just email them up, hey, this is my state ID / New York City ID or driving license, and I won the Coursera XYZ course, and they're gonna give you for completely free. So I do have those certifications, and certifications again, it could, you can say it as a Google cybersecurity certificate. And the college which I graduated from, that college was providing a voucher for free, like 300 my head is itching, give me 1 second. They were providing free voucher, and those voucher is cost around 365 or $95 to give the exams, and that is CAMTIA Network Plus. And you know what is crazy? The teacher / professor who get make us to do the boot camps and told us that, hey, after finishing the boot camps, if you do XYZ exams and buy those courses from the Udemy, then eventually I'm going to qualify you the voucher. And many of us got qualified in the voucher. And you know what is more crazy? Whenever the amount is low or resource is low, at that time they try their best to make things harder. So my professor, whenever I email him back that, hey, the bootcamp is ended, where is the voucher? Because again, I did the professional way, not like straightforward the way I'm saying in the camera. I told him in a professional way, hey dude, where is the voucher? Because the bootcamp has over many weeks ago, and I might have forget so many stuff, because CAMTIA Network Plus is not so easy, because you have to remember so many subject, so many areas, so many hacking, security and XYZ stuff, and that is the reasons I looked them up. And then he told, hey, budget is low, so hopefully somebody will gonna touch with you soon. And yeah, somebody did touch with me, and they told, hey, again, you have to give a mock exams, and in that mock exams, if you get good score, then only we're gonna give you. That is the reasons I choose the cybersecurity. That is the main priority, where get as much knowledge as possible, and afterward build your own company rather than stick with jobs or career. Again, the ultimate goal for me in cybersecurity is to see if I can able to get into government related jobs, for example cities jobs, or what is the other word, let me just think. Such, instead of doing the private companies jobs, just do the public public government. Bro, let me try to understand. Just do the government jobs, that's it, related to cybersecurity fields such as forensic scientist or work with the CIA and NYPDs, any of those things, that would be better. That is the goals, and because they have good amount of benefit as well as you can learn so many stuffs and so many stuff. On top of that, after you get retired, you always have those bonus everything, but that's not my main priority for doing the career. Main goal is to get as much knowledge as possible, and after you get hell lot of knowledge, and afterward just make your own companies, and once you have your own companies, become an entrepreneur. That is the final goal. Secondly was building an apps. Have you guys followed or no, you will gonna notice that those who have created an apps, for example in app stores apps, or maybe in Google Play, even though if they didn't work anything, if they were in the vacation somewhere in the Hawaii or maybe Philippines or in United States, Canada, any of those places, but their apps will be generating hell lot of money. Why? Because they put so much effort that the code that they use was helping the people to get the services the people they want. And that is the reasons that if you put hell lot of effort on making an apps, and if it gets the market properly, then eventually you're gonna able to make so much amount of monies, and you don't have to worry. Same like money generating machines. For example, we have generators that provide the electricity. We have the apps that can also generate the monies through the subscriptions or through the advertisements. So that is the second goals. The outcomes, as I said before, just earn hell lot of monies, and then eventually have charity organizations where you can able to help someone who need the monies, and particularly some of the organizations especially related to the cancer, hospitals, or maybe non-profit organizations who really need a huge capital to reinvest into the cancer treatment. Those organizations I would definitely going to donate the monies. And this is also one of the entrepreneurship's ideas that I really love. But the measure of success is very low. Why it is low? Bro, I don't have any idea about the app development. I did develop so many websites through WordPress as well as dynamic website using the HTML, JavaScript, CSS, but I have never built any kind of apps. Wait a minute. When I was graduating from the college, I have developed one of the app, and that was in the cloud computing cloud computing class. I still remember this professor is so strict. I don't know whether you have had or no. His name is Kevin Brown. He's super duper strict. When the class is ended, you can't even get his 2 or 3 minutes. You're gonna just completely walk away. He said, nope, not right now. You can email me, and after you send him an email, guess what? He would not gonna give you any solutions, because bro, the problem is he didn't know by himself. So what the heck he gonna just give the solution? The reasons I'm saying you that is the chat GPTs from which I got the solutions of the cloud computing classes. On the other hand, whenever I ask him, he's saying that, hey, there are so many resources that you have to go over through it, and once you go over through it, then you'll get the solution. I do. The chat GPT is saying that my computer does not have any specifications of certain hardware or RAM. So in that case, give me some alternative option. He's saying, nope, I don't give you a shit. You have to just do what I say. And that things make me so sad. And even, I don't know whether you had it or no, in the college classes or college level classes, whenever the professor is not good enough and if they give you a very bad grade at the end of the semester, that also messed up your GPS so badly. And that is the fact. I'm saying from the fact, because on the first semester, whenever I took one of the professors, she taught me physics. And this professor, even though I saw from Rate My Professor, quick tips. Rate My Professor, this is a website where you can look it up, the professor's rating here, I mean to say a student who took his or her classes in the college, and after they took the classes, they come to that website, Rate My Professor, and say the comment that, hey, whether I like it, I hate it, how much workload that professor gives. And that's how you know that, hey, this professor will be good or not. Eventually they also tell what grade they got. Back to the topics. Second goal was to develop an apps. The measure of success is very low. And why I want to do that? Become an entrepreneur, earn shitload of money. And once you earn hell lot of money, then obviously, as I said so many times in my streams, that if I have billion or $1 million, so main goal is to just help people in need, as well as donate the monies in charity organization, as I said like few minutes ago, the same thing. Because building an apps that going to generate so much amount of money as compared to doing jobs, particularly in cyber security field. And you know what is more crazy? Something that came on my mind just now. The thing was, if I'm very good at cyber security and I develop an apps, then those cyber security skills I can able to implement to my own apps to make it more secure. Because even if you develop an website using the WordPress, I swear to God, there are some of the plugins, if you do not have a secure updated versions, then it is easily crackable. I'm saying it from my own experience. All right, so that is the reasons, be careful what you use. So second goal was to building an apps, and lastly was memorizing one of the Quran, that is such as scripture, religious scripture. Why I want to do that is because sometime whenever you memorize something, whenever you understand new languages, new texture, particularly Quran, which is in Arabic language, then you are reinforcing your own mind and brain to restrain or memorize those information in such a way that you can able to remember for a long period of times. First of all, it helps to strengthen your memory, and secondly, you can able to discipline yourself so much. Even on generally speaking, if you really want some things, then if you focus on it, then automatically you will become more disciplined, and over the times you will gonna learn one of the skills that is very important in every single field of studies in areas of our life, especially whenever you want to gain your goals or to achieve your dreams, is consistency. So that is the reasons I did, you know what, just put that one, this is one of my goals. Lastly was getting into good shapes. Why? Bro, you would not believe me. Right now, I think in the camera it was showing that I am little bit, masculine, but in reality, I'm not. Why? Wait. Today, when I finish eating, especially for the lunch, something that told me to, you know what, let's just go and see my weight. And whenever I checked my weight, it was like 58 kg or something. And then I decided, you know what, F it, I will gonna try to get into good shape, because I don't want to look like too much skinny. You see here. And I know I have a little bit amount of muscles, but in reality, I want something like bulky as well as healthy, good amount of muscles, where if you are in any situations at any time, you can able to defend yourself. The reasons I'm saying defending myself is because yesterday my brother-in-law, he got bodily injured, where a guy who hit his head with an alcohol bottle, And whenever he got hit by that guy, his entire head was bleeding so badly because he was not a strong person in the perspective I'm saying, in the masculines as well as his body's shapes, where his body is very small and the guy who beat on his head, the other guy might be strong enough. And as a result of that, that's what made me a little bit scary, that what, having a healthy body and having your small body is not enough. And what more crazy, there is one of the content creator, his name is Alex Hormozy, and you know very well that Togi, Togi. He also said one time that you have to get into shape. Get into shape, which means get your body strong, bulky, and good shapes. And obviously, whenever you want to get into shapes, then it increases your hormones. And once it increases your hormones, you will feel more productive and more ambitious. And most importantly, if you're a man, then you can able to attract the opposite gender. But that's not what my mindset is, because my main goal is to just be invest as much time as possible to your goals and dreams, so 10 or 5 years from now it will gonna come through. So ultimately, the measure of success of getting my body into a good shapes, look at that, is high. Why it's high? Because right now my weight is around like 58, so main goal is to go from 58 to 77 kg. I spoke with one of my brother, so-called cousin brother, and he has kind of LA Fitness membership for 1 year. He told me, hey dude, you don't have to pay anything, just stay as my companion. So each time, yo, somebody, Trump, Anna, yo, how are you doing? I do remember your Trump. You remember in the morning that I think you are the guy with whom we used to speak back and forth. There is one of the girls that we used to back and forth in the very very early in the morning in New York times. Yeah, in New York time, very very early in the mornings. It's good to see you, dude. I was just discussing about the some of the goals that I just noted down. So maybe 5 or 10 years from now, I really really want to become an entrepreneur. But what kind of field I want to become an entrepreneur is particularly tech field. So the first one that I have seen was, again, let me just finish up with the getting into good shape. Like right now, you fit, bro, perfect, bro. I'm fit, but bro, look at my skin, my hand. It is too small, man. And especially in New York City, I swear to God, if you are not strong, dude, having strong muscles and strong body fat, these people will gonna beat you up if they get a chance. You would not remember me, dude. You would not remember the way I would say, but if you see any kind of news or anything, you would gonna remember this word, okay? Because during the night times, especially in some of the bad area, if you're roaming around in New York City, they're gonna beat you up so badly. And if you have a strong muscles, good body shapes, you will gonna beat them up. Sideon matters. Eddie, bro, Eddie beats Brock Lesnar. Bro, I didn't know that the Brock Lesnar got beaten. But generally speaking, I want to increase my weight, man. Because yesterday, as I said like few minutes ago, my brother-in-law, he got also hurt so badly. Because this guy, he took one alcohol bottle and he completely smacked on his head. And that's what made me so crazy, that I was in emergency room with him from 9 a.m. to till no, not 9 a.m. I would say 9 p.m. to till in the morning. So that's what made me so scared when I had to get into shapes. So the measure of success would be high. Why it is high? Because I have a companions, and also the LA Fitness. Oh, is he all right now? Yeah, he's right now okay, dude, because he just called the police. And when the police came in, the police immediately grafted the guys. And you know what is more crazy? Bro, this dude, whenever he got hurt, his entire head was bleeding and he called to his wife. And when he called to his wife is freaking out so much, which means my sister. And she called me up. When she called me up, she's saying, dude, you have to go and track down my husband and see which hospital he's at and immediately right now. So I got completely shocked. What the heck am I gonna do right now? I have never been to these situations in my life, man. So initially I was thinking to call 911, but I did again. Right now we are in the Chat GPT's world. So I asked Chat GPT. Chat GPT is saying, no, 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 don't call 911, call 311. They say, you know what? F Chat GPT. Let's ask with the Gemini, and then I double check with the Gemini as well as in Google, and then eventually I came conclusion within like 10 minutes that it's better call 311, especially if you're in the New York City. Anytime if you feel, if you are in those situations, if it is emergency, immediately call 911. But if you got lost or if you want some information, call 311. So I called the 311, and when I called the 311, they said, hey, how can we help you? I said, hey, this is the situations. My brother-in-law, he was in the car, and then somebody took what's an alcohol bottle. They smoke on his head, and then eventually he was taken into the hospitals using ambulance, but we don't know nothing which ambulance he's at, where he's heading toward. Then they ask, okay, which location the incident occur, but we don't know nothing which location is it. So afterward, maybe 20 minutes later, he just called us back, or maybe his wife called him, and then he said that, hey, he's in that ambulance. I wish getting well. Yeah, he will gonna get well soon, dude. Because whenever we were getting discharged at that time, I asked the emergency room doctor that, hey, give him the letter that showing that he has to take rest for a couple of days, and then eventually the doctor gave him a letter that showing that he has to take rest for a few days before starting his own work. Anyway, long story short, you have to be careful out there in the New York City. I don't know where you are in the world, but still, you have to be careful, because even the safest place, sometimes it become dangerous place. You know the Charlie Kirk, what happened, and that is so crazy that he was expecting that in the campus, the college campus, because I'm pretty much sure the college which I have graduated from, the college has a lot of security. Even if you forget your card, they will gonna see your ID card then onward. I'm Southern Dina Kerala. Oh, okay. Southern India, Kerala. Oh, okay, dude. So even the Clark, he might be thinking that the area which he's speaking to his viewers are safe, but in reality, it is not. It is not. There are so many of his supporter was there, and he's giving so many speech to the people, and eventually, out of blue, somebody pew him, and then guess what? Before they rush him to the hospitals, he just got dead. So that is the reasons I would always tell myself, just if you are a believer, then pray to God, and then secondly, just stay safe. If you see something that is sketchy, and then just try to stay away from that things. For example, I asked my brother-in-law, dude, why the heck you do not drive away from this guy? R.I.P. Aaron Zuckerska. Bro, I have no idea why. Hey, Eero, how are you doing? Wait, who just died? Ariane Zucker. I have no idea. I wish that my computer. I'm gonna look it up. So anyway, oh, my phone fall down. Bro, I put my phone directly straight front of my. Bro, what is going on? Wait, this is looking good. Okay, this is strong. Anyway, the finally was just learn the how to create the best social media contents, because obviously in cybersecurity as well as getting into good shapes to protect myself. For example, as I said before, for the Charlie Kirk, for his incident, it was quite unexpected. I never ever imagined that these things would gonna happen to him. I know people have their different point of views on different people, but unaliving someone's because of their political views is crazy. What do you think about the Palestine-Israel war? Bro, for me, I don't care who you are or from where you're from, but as As a myself, as an adult, whatever things that I have seen in the social medias as well as from my friend perspective and front of my own eyes, I don't think it is a good for any government agencies or any security personnel to kill some civilians, whether it is Palestinians. Obviously, I support Palestinians, or whether it is Palestinian or Israelian, any kind of civilians, to say that we are fighting against the terror. That doesn't make any sense. I don't care who you are, where you are, whichever countries you are from, but and by the way, whether it is Israeli civilians or Palestinian civilians, I don't give a shit. That if you kill the civilians, then you are not a good government or good army personnel. That doesn't make a good person. Trust me. I swear to God, that doesn't make a good person. Even I have seen many of the countries protest where the police was arresting people because of them having a different political views of what their government is supporting. It's not in Asian countries, it's not in different countries, and that's thing I don't like it. Even I have seen the police, they're just open firing to the free peace protester, and that doesn't make any sense. And I'm absolutely utterly, again, I don't get into the politics, but whenever I see that the government, they are forcing to the civilians, whether it is, again, I'm not saying like I don't like this country's people, or I hate this. Nope. If you are a corrupt, if you are someone who is have ideologies that you hate these religions or you don't like this kind of people and you have to unalive them, hell no. I have zero respect for those people. Trust me. I don't care whether you are high tolerated persons, but you are committing a crime, dude. Committing a crime in the perspective of human history. Yeah, in the human history. And that's what made me so crazy, especially in this world. And yeah, that is the reasons, and that is the reasons I decided that I will become super duper good at creating the content, especially storytelling. And why? Right now question is like, why? What is the purpose of to become a good at it? To highlight some of the incident that is going around the world. Because bro, if I am right now 30 years old, then one day I will gonna die, and I'm pretty much sure somebody will gonna born after I die. And when they will gonna born, some of the political governments, they have some kind of ideologies, the things that they follow, they will gonna try their best to see for my future generations who are coming after me to follow what they believe, not the right things that the humanitarian should have. They would try their best to enforce the young generation, let's say in the future, maybe 10 or 60 years later from now, to follow what they want. So I don't want that things to happen. And in the reasons I would gonna make those documentaries, so in case whenever I will die, at that time those my future generation, they will gonna see that, hey, these are the XYZ things that happens during my generations at this moment, and this XYZ guy who highlighted the stuffs. So remember that we do not want the history to repeat again. So that is the reasons I was trying my best to see that I want to become a very good at content creating, storytelling. However, at the moment, try my best to keep with the three goals, because again, you are a one person and you can't able to have multiple different goals at once. So that is the reason. First was the cybersecurity. Again, I'm not a bad guy, dude, but the bad guy in the perspective is because cybersecurity, there is a two different, like bad guy, good guy. And the bad guy, they always work under the government's control, and the government want to hack another countries, and at that time they work. But I don't want that shit things to happen. I would always work as a good guy. And first one was the cybersecurity, and secondly would be getting into good shapes. Why good shapes? As I said before. And lastly is like trying my best to just memorize those religious scripture. However, I would not gonna upload everything into one channel. You know why? Because that's the things which I learned in a hard way. I still remember when I was in the high schools, dude. In one channel, I was uploading every single shit. Like I was reviewing, let's say I was reviewing this product over here, and then immediately I took a video of it and then edited, and afterward I was uploading into my tutorial channel. And at one point, I was making a vlogs, and after making the vlogs, then edited, then I was putting into a tutorial channels. And this doesn't work like that. For example, right now we were watching, I have some of the viewers who I always have a chat with, and eventually we have build a community where they have subscribed and I come on the live stream chat with them. And I have many other viewers who just come in where we play the Roblox together. And even if they do not play the Roblox, they would like to chat with me, and then eventually we get connected. So when I play Roblox, I play with them. So that is the reasons I try my best to keep this channel only for the live streams, come on the chat and just have a good conversations and get connected with the people around the world, and get some suggestion as well. Because why suggestions? When I come on the live streams, there are two of the important incident. Let me just tell you. I think I said many times, but again, I'm gonna just tell it again. One of my viewer who was from the Iran, and he recommended me to try out his Iranian cultural food, that is fafsan. And guess what? I have never ever in my entire life heard this food name fafsan. So I went to the downtown Manhattan, went there as well as in one of the restaurant, and then eventually had those dishes, and it is very unique kind of taste. It's not spicy, it's not sweet. It seems like that spices as well as sweet combined together. We had that particular dishes, and guess what? Another time I was streaming like the way I'm just speaking with you guys, and then one of my viewers, he just recommended me a restaurant name, and that restaurant was in Jacksonite, and that was a Thai restaurant. I don't why leader killing babies, and I also have kids, and my heart is broken, bro. Bro, this shit is like crazy. When I swear to God, this shit is crazy, because so anyway, I just went to Jacksonite. There is one of the restaurant that my viewers who recommended. How I got recommended? Because my viewers who came on my live stream, and he gave me those recommendations, and this is the how I experienced this stuff. And as a result of that, I decided, you know what, I will gonna come live streams. And yeah, Trump Anna, bro, this is true, dude, because I have my nephew as well as niece, bro. I don't know whether you have seen it or not. My nephew, this guy, again, I'm not just promoting that, you have to be pro Palestinians. This guy, he watched so many videos because he has some kind of autism stuff. So if he knows some information, he's gonna dig so much information. So I told him about the Palestine Israel war, how this took place, why it's happenings, and etc. And right now, whenever I go to his house, he would be constantly speaking about how Palestinians are getting killed, how Israel is bombings, and who is supporting homes, and which country, I mean to say, entire world, which are the countries that are supporting Israel, which are the countries that are having friendships with the Palestinians and everything. And that's what makes me so sad, man. As a young age, this guy, he is seeing something in front of his own eyes, and he's living in a country that also that his own leader is, they're supporting XYZ countries, and that's not the true. And then eventually that's changed their mindset whenever they grow up. And as a result of that, that is the reasons I decided, you know what, let's just learn how to do the storytelling, because there are so many people who passed away, even again Palestine Israel war, as well as in Nepal, as well as in my countries and many other countries around the world. And whenever I look into those story, I don't find that they represent the story the way it should be. Because because whenever you are getting any information, some people, they always try their best to get some views and likes. But if your main goal is to just, highlight some of the informations and try to educate peoples that, hey, if you go in this path, then XYZ bad things will gonna happen to you. And if these things are happening in the world 5 to 10 years from now, the politicians, they might try their best to change your mindset, so be careful. So those kind of channels rarely I get in YouTube, and whichever one I got, that's Mr. Bolen. You can just look it up in the YouTube. That his name is Mr. Bolen. He's one of the best um, storyteller. By the way, he's not a storyteller. He's not. His profession is not a storyteller. He is a former veteran, and his hobby is to do the storytelling like me. So I am not a full-time live streamer, but my hobby is to come on the live stream, speak with my viewers, like the way I'm just speaking right now. And long story short, that's what it is. So my main goal in my life is to become an entrepreneur. So become very, very good in cybersecurity, and then eventually open up one of my security company, and hopefully I'm going to do it this way. So whoever will be my subscriber viewers, and I'm going to give them a free service or maybe free subscription of my apps, the one that I will going to create, and that would be super duper crazy. And also another thing is that whichever money that I will going to generate from this particular channel, this part, all the best, bro. Be entrepreneur soon. I wish I will gonna record the journey. I swear to God, I will. And thank you so much for the comment, Trump. And you know what is crazy, Trump? And yo, whenever I read your name, it reminded me in the morning whenever we are having an argument with one of my viewers. I forgot. So long story short, 3 things we're gonna focus: cybersecurity, memorizing some of the religious scripture. Those things I'm not gonna share into this channel, because again, this channel is mainly for all kind of people from different world, different culture, different religions, different ethnicities. So I want a different channel where I will gonna record those stuffs. And anyway, 3 things: that was cybersecurity, memorizing Quran, and then getting into good shapes. And I'm an atheist, bro. Yeah, that's the reasons I'm saying. So I want to just keep it separate, because if I keep it separate, then I don't want my audience to feel that, hey, I'm a Christian, but why the hell you are just memorizing Quran in front of me? Why you are just giving Islamic lecture, dude? Are you crazy? That doesn't make any sense. So it's better just have a, I would say, comfortable community where my viewers or subscribers, everyone can able to express. But I respect it. Yeah, man, that's good, man. So I want it like more comfortable for all of my viewers, where they can able to express their thoughts, and not to feel that this channel is only for this kind of religions or this kind of propaganda. Hell no. You are always welcome, whether you are from Palestine, or whether you are from Sweden, anyone. We are all siblings. Yeah, we are all siblings. Adam and Eve. Yeah, we are all siblings. Yeah, we are all siblings. I mean, the way I tease my coworker whenever, whenever we get into argument, or whenever I'm feeling so much bored, like we are all siblings. Anyway, dude, I'm gonna just shut down these live streams, and afterward play some Roblox, because again, if the Roblox main purpose of playing the Roblox is to not to become a gamer, but to connect with my viewers. Sometimes whenever I have many of the people who jump into the Roblox video, they can get connected with me in the Roblox, and eventually we play together. Yes, I also have beard like you. Yo, you would not remember when I had my long beard. My viewers, they used to tell me my beard looks like a pubic hair. So there is the reason I decided, I just try to reshape my beard as nice as possible. Yeah, I want to look like handsome guy. Anyway, and Oh yeah, that's it. So I have to just shut it down and afterward play some Roblox because my roommate, he will come soon. And if he comes soon, then again I could not able to do anything. I will gonna catch up tomorrow. Not at this time. Hopefully before 10 o'clock. Stay blessed and stay safe. We will play Roblox and after some time later. Let me